for
appreciate
waiting.
you.
Yeah,
Yes.
there was a mix-up, but here we are.
We're doing it.
Yeah.
Ready?
Yes.
So, say for the few people, there's only a few.
Yes, yeah.
Who have never seen the anime, so.
Right.
Would you
Oh,
like
did you
to-
ask that? Really?
Did.
Oh, nice.
I called
love
them
that.
out and everything.
I love that. I want to know.
Oh, I
Let's
mean,
do
if
it.
you want to raise your.
I mean, no judgment.
Okay.
I'm just
Great,
curious.
right?
Yeah, cool. That's cool.
Right?
Yeah.
The addiction starts now.
Yeah.
Ready? So yeah, you want to just do a little brief? Tell us
Yeah,
what
I
you
mean,
do?
yeah. My name's David Matranga. I'm a voice actor. I play Shoto Todoroki in My Hero Academia. Barefoot Hoover in Attack on Titan. Wolfwood and Trigun Stampede. And some other things as well. I've done a few other roles. They know who I am. We should just jump to questions.
True. Yes.
Just
All
because
right.
I'm late and, yeah.
Yeah,
let's
you
do
guys
it.
are ready.
Unless
We'll
you have
line up.
something that you want to make sure we talk
Oh, I
about.
don't want to take this anyway.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, they're here for you.
Yeah.
They're not here for me.
Oh, we're going to do rapid fire. Rapid
Yes.
fire.
Oh. Hey, this isn't. Okay. Okay. I think we are ready, friend. Would you like to start? First question.
Hi.
Hello.
I'd like to know how you maintain your voice because it's like your career, and when it gets like whimsy, how do you heal it?
The best thing for your voice is rest. Always sleep and rest forever. Like, I've had many sessions where I've, really taxed my voice. Like, my voice is taxed right now a bit from talking for 4 days straight, So, like, after I leave here, I won't talk. If I have to, I'll write things down. Literally, I won't talk until the next session that I have, so that I can make sure that it's okay. But like daily warm-up stuff, vocal rest is a big deal, and sleep is the best thing. And then there are things you can do while you're recording, like honey, lemon, tea. Those things are good for honey is a natural anti-inflammatory, so when you scream, you break little blood vessels on your vocal cords. It's just normal, and it can immediately sort of put those down. But yeah, it's a constant sort of source of negotiation, I used to have, it actually quit on me today, I have to get a new one, but a little speaker that I use at the table at like conventions like this where there's a bunch of noise around you to help save my voice a little bit. So yeah, great question. And it's definitely something we all think about.
Thank you for signing my shirts.
Oh yeah, of course. I love that shirt.
Hi, I have a question. So, when you found out you were playing Shoto, like in the relationship between you and Gabi, and that in one of the seasons when he revealed himself as Toya, how did you feel about that?
So we had known about it, prior,
Yeah.
and for me, it's like I felt like this is amazing, amazing conflict. It adds to the story, and as an actor, that's what I want.
Yeah.
Anything that makes it juicier and meatier and is what we want to do, So I couldn't wait for it. I was ready for it because I've lived with him for 8 years at this point, and his journey that's such a special part of his journey.
Yeah.
And so I was amped to do it. So much so that they had to bring me down in the booth. They were like, okay,
Too much.
you're starting at 15. We need to start at 8 because we need somewhere to go. But it was 7 years of all of that, build up. And so if you're doing it right and you're tracking the journey of the character, then you're just there and you just have to let the floodgates open and you're ready to go.
Also, do you like Harry Potter?
I do, yeah.
I have
Sure, amazing.
Aw.
Thank you. Oh, dude, I love it. Thank you so much. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay. Hi, friend.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm taking one for the team, aka my friend group. I've only watched a few episodes of this, so yeah.
Cool. Rock on. That's crazy.
She's a brave one.
Yes.
What do you think of Todoroki?
I think that everybody watches media through their own lens, and so everybody's gonna get, do I think that there's some type of I don't think there's any necessary indicators in the script or in the anime or in the manga, but I think people want to create things based on what their interests are or what they think, and I think people should be free to do that.
Have a good day.
Yeah.
Thank you. Hi, Brent.
Hi there. I have a question on the backstory.
But they should be nice to each other about it. I've heard rumors of like people getting mad at each other about. Yeah, and that's
Yeah,
not
no
cool.
judgment.
Like let everybody. Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
Don't worry about it. So I have a question on your backstory. How did you feel when you first know that the whole reason your character Todoroki was born was just to overpass the #1 hero?
You know, it's something you. How did I feel? I mean, I felt like that's pretty brutal to know that. As like if you were, everything that I do, I think of like, what would that be like if that was really my reality, so that I can feel what that might feel like, and then, be authentic in the delivery of whatever I have to do. So yeah, I mean, it's a brutal reality to think about, but it's also his reality, and I can't fight it, and it really steers the rest of his journey, I mean, even our trauma points us in a direction, So yeah, I thought it was intense. It's a hard pill to swallow, but it also totally informs the relationship with Endeavor and his entire family, and what he thinks of them,
Thank you for that.
Yeah. Yes, in more ways than one. Yes. Yeah.
Hi, Brent.
Voice acting Todoroki, which line, did you not want to do,
I didn't want to do. Oh yeah, go ahead. I don't want to cut you off. Is that it? I didn't want to do. You have a beautiful face, my dear. Because the story, real quick, they told me, we got into that place. It's a fantasy scene, right? It's not in reality, right? So the director was like, yeah, just, do your best romantic Todoroki. And I was like, I couldn't compute that because that's not it. He's never done that. It's not where he is. And so I did it, whatever my brain thought that was. And there was a long pause, and I hear the little button, which is the way the director talks to you. And I just hear, that was your best romantic Todoroki. Now, we're friends, so, it was a tease. But I was like, yeah. So it took me 5 takes to get that line. I think that's the most takes it's ever taken me to get a line, is that one line. Yeah. Similarly, when we had to laugh, you can sit down. Yeah. When we had to laugh, sorry, I'm dismissing people. I'm in fast mode here. When we had to laugh in that one OVA, Mr. Smiley or whatever, I was like, oh my God, I can't do it. How do I laugh? He doesn't laugh. There's no laughing. So yeah, exactly.
Hi, Brent.
How's it
Hi.
In the Friday My Hero panel, you said that there was a fine line between the heroes and the villains. What do you think separates that?
I think it's an internalized, when you take something that happens in your life and you internalize it so deeply that it creates bitterness and resentment and anger and rage, you can go into that direction. And I really think it's as simple as that. And if you already don't have much of a moral compass or a muscle for empathy, you can really go down that path. And I think my hero does a good job of living in that gray area. Stain is a really great example of, he's got, I know, me too. I like him because it's so complicated. He's got an interesting ideology. He's not necessarily going about it in the right way. And one of the things that my hero does is it gives you some weird sort of care or empathy for the villains. Like you kind of go like, no, don't show me that backstory. Now I can understand why they are, Yeah, right. Toga, Shiraki even. So yeah, that's one thing that comes to mind. And there are probably a lot of other factors. Severe trauma or abuse or something like that. Neglect. Yeah. Yeah, I know.
Hi, Brent.
Hello. So, you all know how Endeavor is a questionable dad to Shoto.
Sure.
So my question is, would Shoto still be this quiet and kind of introverted kid if Endeavor treated him better and still let him like be with his other siblings?
You know, it's hard to say. There's no way to really say. I mean, some people are just that way, just in general, that's part of their personality. They're more soft-spoken or they're not demonstrative. I think that, in my opinion, again, it's just my opinion, I think maybe he would be a little bit more out of his shell, a little bit more, happy-go-lucky, or if he had been able to have a family life where he played with his siblings, where it wasn't all regimented and militarized and, so yeah, I think he probably would. But I bet you there's also parts of his personality that would still be there, maybe the fact that he doesn't always compute and understand social situations, or that might still be there, who knows, But maybe he wouldn't be as hard on himself. Yeah, it's hard to say though, but yeah, I think he might be a little bit different, but I also think there would be things that would stay the same too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great question.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Of course, thank you guys, these are all.
You're welcome. Oh, Wes approved. Yes.
How did you find your chateau voice?
Well, a lot of the times the first thing we do is listen to the Japanese voice actor, because that's the original creator and the original inspiration. So it's based on that, and then we just kind of find, you take like 10, 15 minutes in the first session and sort of play around with different things. We knew it needed to be flatter and seemingly, guarded. And you just try some things, and then you play with the director, and the director will say, like, let's try that a little lower, a little higher, or less vocal variety, or whatever. And then you lock something in, and you record a little bit. They keep that recording so that if you need to hear it again, like in the next session, you can reference it, and that's how it happens.
Can I hear your chateau voice?
Sure, my voice is a little crazy right now, but sure. All right. Hey, Midoriya, what are you, All Might's secret love child or something? It's, sure. I've been requested to do it one more time. Hey, Midoriya, what are you, All Might's secret love child or something?
What's your favorite memory or thing about voice acting Shoto?
Oh man, honestly, this is gonna sound cheesy, but it's so true. Like, I love getting to do solo panels like this. I wish I would have been here on time, because of the great questions people always ask. Like, the fact that I'm voicing that specific character, people want to talk about the real stuff. They want to talk about family stuff and trauma and all that stuff, and I love that. I would rather get up here and talk about that stuff than, just, more fruit questions or whatever, you know what I mean? I like those too, it's fun, and I love panels for that reason, but
We're getting deep.
yeah, that's one we do, yeah, right away, it always does, and it's great. I mean, I've had people stand up and say, I work with kids that have had trauma, and our way in is through Shoto's story. I mean, there's nothing better. That's the best gift you can have as an actor, is to be a part of something that has an impact on people at the end of the day, right? Like, there's fame and there's all that stuff, but that's something that you are a part of. So that's my favorite thing. I mean, I have favorite moments in the show too, of the Midoriya Shoto fight in season 2. So there's memories like that as well. But most of it is getting to have these kind of conversations. Yeah, I mean, my dad was a psychotherapist growing up, so I grew up already in
Steve.
yeah, I grew up in the therapy speak, which is good and also not good, because, I can fake it really well, and I can talk the talk, and it's are you really being real? But, so yeah, that's my favorite thing about it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. So unfortunately, we are in the rapid question time.
Yeah,
We're cranking through. We got this.
Let's push the envelope a little bit, see what happens,
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
yeah,
Let us know.
yeah.
My question is, for you guys, besides Todoroki, who's your most favorite character?
In My Hero?
Yeah.
It's Stain, honestly.
Oh my
Hero Killer Stain. Yeah, you don't like that? No one likes that? She's like, oh, I thought you were gonna kick the mic down. Nah, just kidding. Yeah, I like Fat Gum as well. Is that okay? Come on.
Yeah, I like it too.
I like fat gum. I want to hang out with fat gum.
Hi, my question is, how did you feel when you first found out you were voicing Todoroki?
I was really excited. You know, you get an idea when you audition for these shows. Typically, you audition for several different roles. Like they just want to hear you do different roles, and then they choose one for you, or you don't get anything. But I kind of knew where my voice would lend itself to, so I had an idea that that might be a front runner if I was to get anything. So I was really excited, and we knew that it had the possibility to be a big, popular show, and that's always exciting too because you're going to reach more people. And so yeah, I was very, very excited. But at the same time, you feel a little pressure too. It's like people care about this character, and we feel that going on. We see you guys on, so we know like people are excited about this fight or excited about this fight, especially people that read the manga and know what's And so we're like, man, we gotta deliver. We gotta do it well. So yeah, I was very excited.
Thank you for that question.
Yeah,
Hi,
it's
Brent.
So when I was on the internet, I saw this post where it's like this little girl saw Todoroki plushie, and like
Yeah.
she's like, oh, he has birth like me. How did that make you feel?
Man, it was so cute. It was adorable. And the thing is she doesn't know. I mean, I don't think so, but she doesn't know. She hasn't seen My Hero. She doesn't know who Todoroki is. She doesn't know, but she knew that plushie was. I mean, that scar was like her birthmark, and. So it was so innocent and just so cute, man. It was amazing.
And if you could play anybody else from My Hero Academia, who would it be?
Oh, God. So it's hard because they're all my friends, and I think everybody does an amazing job. Like I can't think of replacing anybody. I would probably want to maybe, I don't know, Shigaraki, maybe. Yeah.
Basic question, what's your favorite anime and why?
God, that's a hard one. I can't. So, Trigun is my favorite anime. And why is I love the universe that they created. I'm fascinated by it. So yeah, and the characters are amazing. The dynamics between Vash and Wolfwood, and yeah, that's why.
And also, what's your favorite line for Todoroki?
I did it already twice.
Okay, so when you got the script for the end fight between you and Dobby, what was your reaction to getting the script?
So the thing is we never get a script.
Oh, fair.
Yeah, the only thing I can do is watch the sub episode or read the manga. Everything we do is a cold read. So we go into the booth, and I've got the animation on one screen and the script on another screen. And that's the first time I see, because I can read the subtitles, but it's not going to be exactly right. Someone takes the raw Japanese, translates it to English, writes it as closely as possible to the mouth flaps, and then I see it. And so, I mean, I was already ready. I was so amped up to do that. I was ready for all of it. Jason was too, Patrick, who plays Endeavor. Well, there's an interview on YouTube, if you guys are into extra content, that we did about episode, I think it's 157 maybe. And it's all about that whole fight, and it's an awesome interview. You really see how impacted all of us were by that story. So yeah, I was ready for it.
Yeah.
I did have one moment where I was watching, this is not about that, but I was watching a subbed episode getting ready for to record, and I saw the line, "That's a bad scar, it looks painful." And that wasn't exactly how it was, but I was like, yes, I can't wait to say that line.
One of the best lines of the show.
Yeah, it's the true time he gives real shade to Endeavor, Yeah.
Thank you.
Awesome, yeah.
Hi, Brent.
My question is, how do you feel about the kids calling Todoroki 5 E's?
It's complicated. I never thought in a million years that moment would stay around. It's forever, it will never leave, which is awesome. I also never thought that I would sit down at a table and sign, "My name is not 5 weenies" on things. But it is one of the #1 requested quotes. So I love it now secretly, but at the beginning I was just doing the thing. I was like, okay, well they're teasing him, and I'm gonna say that that's not my name, and then it blew up, and yeah, and then in some subsequent season later, the world's falling apart or whatever, and they cut to this some little kid. And they're like, "We'll be fine as long as 5 weenies will protect us." And I'm like, okay, now they revisited 5 weenies,
Locking it
so
in now.
it's in forever. So I love it. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay, so my question is, have you ever thought if Dobby's Dobby from My Hero Academia with Dobby from Harry Potter's head?
No. No, I never have. I never have. There's a couple things that have to happen for us to get to that done. And I don't know if I want that to happen, so. But now I will think about this. Yeah. So. Thank you. Wait, is this a thing that's on the internet? Yeah. I love it. I love it. And Jason Liebert would be great at playing that character as well.
Hi, you talk to Shoto in real life. What would you say to him, and do you feel like you'd grow close to him?
Oh man, I would say to not be so hard on yourself. Don't live in your head. To try not to live in your head as much. There are actually people you can trust. You're gonna make me cry if I keep going with this. Let some people in. That, trust your friends. That's where I'd start. I think that's a good start for him, which I think he's starting to do. As he's grown, you see him come out of his shell a little bit more. He's trusting his friends a bit. He knows, he believes, I think, that they like him. I think I would say you're likable, you're lovable, because I think he didn't get that. Definitely from his dad, it was all about you need to be the #1 hero and let's master your quirks, Yeah, great question.
Yes, thank you. Hi, Brent.
Can Shoto cook food on the one side and make snow cones on the other?
I mean, I think if you've seen season 7, I believe that he can now. Yeah, he figured it out. That was the whole reason to do it. It was like, I need a Hot Pocket and a snow cone.
Yeah, I need dinner and dessert.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I think so. I think he, when things get lighter and the world is a little better, maybe he'll practice and see if he can do it.
Make some for his friends, have a party.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Except for Todoroki, what is your favorite Class 1A character?
Class 1A, I think I like Tokoyami. Yeah. Dark Shadow.
So I have 2 questions.
Ooh.
Which voice actors do you admire and why?
I don't really relegate it to voice actors. I mean, Hank Azaria, he's an amazing actor in general, and an amazing voice actor as well. What he can do with dialects, so that's why I admire him. There's others too, but go ahead.
If you were in a different anime of your choosing, which character would you voice?
A different anime. God, everyone who's voicing stuff are my friends. I would never want to kick them out of a job,
You sub for them? You're just like,
sub in. What's that? Share the role? Yeah, you could. Oh man, that's a hard one. Usually I have things right off the bat. I don't know, maybe I'd want to be a character in Demon Slayer. I don't know, or Chainsaw Man. Yeah.
Also, look at my...
Oh, I love it. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Yes, of course.
So we're keep going. How do we do it?
Yeah, wait, let's try to knock out these and we'll be done. Yeah, I'm sorry we had to cut it short, guys. I'm so glad you all have waited though.
How did you figure out about My Academia casting?
How did I find out about it?
Yeah.
The director just sent me an email saying, this is the role that you've booked, can we book you for time? It's not there's no big ceremony or anything. It's really like, hey, we need you to record this role. And you're like, oh, I guess I got that role, That's kind of how it happens a lot,
Can I ask another one?
Sure.
What's your favorite pro hero and League of Villains villain?
Dobby's my favorite League of Villains villain. Favorite pro hero is Hawks.
I am kind of nervous to be here, but
What happened?
wait. What are your like favorite like minor heroes? Like the ones like I forgot her name, but like
Mount Lady.
yeah, I think yeah.
Yes, he's got a name.
Out of the ones in like the city, which
Yeah.
ones would be your favorite?
God, I can't even remember all of them right now. And now I'm worried about time, so I'm like, yeah. I don't know. Gran Torino. Yes. I do like Gran Torino. Yeah.
So when you're voicing a new character, what's your research process like? Like, do you like to check out the source materials? Or
Yeah.
read, like,
I do. I will like Google stuff, find anything I can. I'll read the manga. I don't like to read the manga too much because I don't want to because the anime might be different, you know? So that's the kind of research I do, definitely. I always want to know if I can find anything about them. I definitely want to know. Even before, like for an audition, I'll read a manga, you know, read different chapters and kind of get an idea. That's the main thing. I do like to know. A lot of people don't, but yeah.
Also, can I ask another quick question?
Sure.
Real quick, let's go.
So when you see like spoilers online or like events like that change like the characterization of your character like in the source material, like what's your first thought of that?
You know, I don't mind seeing any stuff like that. I mean, like I come from like the theater and film and stuff like that, where I always know the whole story before I started rehearsal. Before, you know, my job as an actor is to live in that moment, and I don't need to worry about what the end is. So I don't really even take it in, you know, unless I need to layer it in, like with Bertolt, right? We knew that he was going to become something, and so in the early seasons, we layered in a little sort of secretive kind of tone and things like that. But yeah, good question.
Thank you.
See if we can do it. Let's see if we can do it.
Favorite My Hero fight?
Favorite fight? I do like the Shigaraki Deku. Like, yeah, I dig that. I like the Todoroki Deku sports festival fight. It's hard to choose one. I also like the latest season 7. For anyone who hasn't seen, I won't say it, but you know that fight.
I think my favorite is
Great glacial audio.
Deku and Todoroki fight.
Yeah, I think that's a quintessential fight. I mean, it builds both their characters in a way that they wouldn't be the same without those. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, last
See you.
question.
You guys are so awesome.
Let's go.
Okay, so other than any of Todoroki's lines, what is your favorite line overall?
I love Tsuyu's line to Bakugo about like, well, with that attitude, you'll never be popular. You know?